I would have never, ever thought that I'd be able to sing a speech. As a freshman, walking to DCDS, I was the most shy person imaginable. I didn't like public speaking. I never, ever liked to talk in class. And most importantly, I never wanted to express myself due to the fear that I would say something wrong or embarrassing. I look out in this audience and I see plenty of kids, plenty of you, who may fit my former self. As a freshman, I'd have been terrified, absolutely terrified to stand up here in front of the whole school. But now, not so much. Some facts about me. Yes, I do stutter. Yes, I have multiple nicknames. And yes, my car is the one in the parking lot who squeaks and moans like an 80-year-old man. Yes, I'm the living example of the awkward teenage kid. But this all makes up who I am. It doesn't matter whether you're a freshman or a senior or anything else in between. We're all still looking for our true selves and how we can express ourselves without being judged. The fact of the matter is, you will be judged. If you go out and dress a certain way, you're going to judge you. If you go out and act a certain way, then people are going to judge you. If you go out and rap your heart out at the variety show, people are going to judge you. But, you know what, and that's just fun. You know, for example, one of the lessons that every parent tells their kids is to be themselves and you'll make a lot of friends, right? And usually, we just nod our head like, okay, Mom, okay, Dad, yeah, I get you. But ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, your parents are right. I mean, this senior year, I've been nothing but myself, and I can honestly say I've had the most fun this year while doing it. But my senior year, I made a plan to be completely myself, and I'm not disappointed with the results. I love to be entertained. I love to be entertained. Ever since I was a little kid, I love to be not the life of the party, but the guy who the people remember. I truly believe in legendary actor Charlie Chaplin's quote, "A day without laughter is a day wasted." Whether it was telling a good joke, rapping up here at the variety show, or making up the Ashanti dance at Alana Kaney's Sweet 16 birthday party. I've always loved to go out and have some fun, and I encourage you all to do the same. Most of us spend our time worrying about what others are going to think about us. I say, let them. Life is too short to worry about what others think. So why bother with it? At some point or another, we've all encountered people who try so hard to be cool and popular, but in the process, we forget who we truly are. I mean, people forget the essentials. Build a good friend base. Form good relationships with your teacher. Have fun, because at the end of the day, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and know who you truly are, well, that is the most gratifying and respectful feeling I believe imaginable. And speaking of respect, well, I mean, I heard countless people over these past 4 years mention the way that they've earned respect. Hey, bro, I'm looking so fly right now, I deserve all your respect. Hey, man, I'm dating the highest girl in this school. I deserve all your respect. I mean, hey, man, my locker is in the cool hallway. I deserve respect. But and I look at these and laugh because obviously these do not mention or model what respect is. You know, people who illustrate respect are individuals like Catherine Blotnick, who had a tumor removed from her head and yet still found the strength to come back here and attend the best school in Michigan, I believe. People like Tess Hyman, who lost her own sibling, yet still is one of the most cheerful people in this school. And people like Mrs. Winkley, who lost her own loved one and yet still comes to her every single day with the biggest smile on her face, ready to help us all out when we need it. So I have so much respect. I want to thank the individuals at DCD who make my life as easy and comfortable as possible. First, I want to thank the gone Mr. Prosperity, who, without him, I would be a falcon, not Yellow Jacket. Secondly, I want to thank Ms. Dixon for always being a smiling, friendly, trustable person over these past 4 years. Now, this may be a bit out of the box, but I want to thank Mr. Matthew Hayash. Coming out of a public school system, I walked in DCD without the appropriate type of attitude. And my first advisor, Mr. Hayash, made sure that I didn't go off course my freshman year. I want to thank Mr. Sadler, helping me strengthen my skills as a writer. Obviously, for me, journalism as my future, I need those skills. And Mr. Sadler helped me out, and I want to thank you. I want to make a shout out to the Torres Advisory. You guys are some of the funniest, most interesting people I know. And I want to thank my good friends over the years. Dimitri, Danny, Nicolaitis, two of the flat-out funniest guys in the school. My friend Dan Burton, who's the only guy I know who thinks the Los Angeles Clippers are going to be the next NBA dynasty. I mean, come on, man. And last but not least, my good friend, Sean Slater. A good friend over the years and a good person overall. And seriously, ladies out there, he's single, so you know. I want to thank my father, who couldn't make it due to a business trip, for making me the man I am today. And Mom, this is from the heart. I want to thank you for being the most beautiful person in my life. I want to thank you for working long hours just so I could attend DCDS. I want to thank you for every school picture day in which I was the best dressed, swaggiest little kid in the school history. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for all the values, all the beautiful things you have given me in my life. I want to say three words. I love you so much. Before I go, I wrote a little poem for DCDS. I mean, I personally think this school has it all. Great education, great environment, and many others. But I mean, the same kids out there whose motto is, oh man, I don't need education, it's all whack. Well, the same kids in 10 years when that Mickey D saying, you want to fight with that? I mean, seriously, there's so many people hating on the school. Why DCD? I mean, these are the same kids with a 1.5 GPA barely making it in the OCC. I mean, come on, I'm joking. No, you know what? It's a mistake. I'm joking. I'm not about that life, you know? If I want to make another mistake, I travel down Lhasa and enroll at Brother Rice. Forget it. It's starting to get insane like Sadie's. All these thoughts in my head, and no, Sean Slater, it's not all about those old ladies. But also, all these people calling us weak, but actually, I mean, we're kind of strong. I mean, we got bodybuilding commando teaching algebra too. Please, show your respect. Move on. All these thoughts in my head. I mean, they're trying to merge it. I can make an FBD, a fourth eye diagram. All I need is the one and only Mr. Berger. Now, the environment at the school is great. Some people even say it's amazing. Here at this school, it doesn't matter if you're black, blue, red, green, purple, magenta, or just straight up Caucasian. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's getting out of hand. Some will even say out of this world. But that does bring a point about the DCDS girls. Whew. Whew. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Other people are hating. We got girls with short hair and they still looking fine. Shout out to Christine State. I'm being the look. The point off, many people may not be able. If only I could describe that look in Spanish. Has anybody seen Miss Pesos? No? The ladies here are full of life. They're not just cold and stale. We got girls here who have the features of a model. Shout out Miss Taylor Hale. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what? I'm joking around. I'm clowning around. Kind of like the Pistons when they drafted Rodney Stuckey. I mean, just this morning, I was studying law of cosines with the one and only Miss Millian Buckley. So, I'm not trying to hold you guys up. There's no seriousness. We're the best. I want to thank God that I had the opportunity to attend the one and only DCDS. Thank you.
Ashanti, thank you. Our next speaker, please,